Hi, I'm AJ, and things just keep getting worse and worse. Welcome back to Extraordinary Times, and by worse and worse, I mostly mean Jeremy. You can see kind of back there somewhere. He's got blank stuff. He's been sleeping on the couch. He's actually out getting some hopefully good medical stuff, nettle pot thing. I forget what it's called. Sisters use it all the time. Anyway, on to the stories before I just completely ramble on through the rest of your day. Fortunately for me, it is a slow news day, so I won't have to do too much, but I managed to find a few things. First off, Olympic news, because it's the Olympics. We're probably going to be covering the Olympics, at least one story every day, so sorry, get used to it or just skip over the first story of the day. This one being a little saddening to me, in a way. The Olympics is supposed to be about fairly competing against one another to try and find out who is truly the best. And unfortunately, that isn't really seen to be happening with badminton. 8 people have so far been kicked out of the Olympics final running for cheating, basically. They threw a couple matches, which, it sounds like not something you want to do with the Olympics. You throw a match, you don't win, and what are you going to get out of that? Well, the badminton part was using this system of, instead of the normal just brackets like you see in most competitions, they had some weird grouping bracket thing. I'm not entirely sure how it works, still not sure when reading through the article. But because of this, the group that everybody didn't want to face got a lower position than everybody expected them to, and so suddenly other groups started throwing matches so that they wouldn't have to face this group because they knew they were in the finals already. Olympic officials caught it, though, and yeah, a lot of the finalists are now out. They're still deciding whether or not they should just, leave whoever they have in there already and just go with that, or if they should promote people who weren't going to make it to the finals before into the new groupings. Either way, turns out table tennis, which I didn't know was an Olympic sport, go figure, stopped using this particular system back in 2000 when the same sort of thing happened. You think if you see this happen in another part of the Olympics, you wouldn't use the system, but the whole thing is just a huge mess, so whatever. Coming back to home, namely the Pentagon, the Missile Defense Agency has put out a little note, well actually a major note to all of its employees because they've been having a problem. Employees have been searching for porn too much. Really? And the main reason they want to stop this is because, well, it leaves huge holes for hackers. It is just a gateway for viruses and hacking. Porn site, I'm against pornography as it is. But any person who is even slightly connected to the internet knows pornography leads to giant holes in security. And Missile Defense Agency employees? Hopefully they get this whole thing patched up and stuff and just get people to really realize the idiocy of their actions, because we don't need World War III right now. Though if World War III does happen, you might want to go for this next story. There is a Utah town, a little bit kind of, I think, south or north of Moab. I don't remember again. Check out the article. Don't listen to me. Check out the article. Terrible thing to say on a show. Either way, there's a ghost town up for sale. $3.9 million, so you might want to do a Kickstarter. But everything's pretty much there. It's got houses. It's got, looks like a diner. Yeah. It's got a post office. It's got a sheriff's office. It's got a city hall. I mean, also possibly a gold mine. They're not sure where it is, but there have been historic reports of it, so might want to get on that. And 2 llamas. And a plugged-up geyser, which you could unplug. I think I would just do it for the llamas. Either way, like I said, $3.9 million, so a little out of my range, but we might be doing a Kickstarter soon. Of course, the end of the world may not come from humans, as any end-of-the-world theorist will point out to you. Dolphins have been recently discovered to be the one other species in the world to separate themselves into cliques due to physical things. Normally this is just a human behavior. We've never seen this anywhere else. But these dolphins, the ones they were studying anyway, would take sponges, cover their snouts with them because, you know, they go out hunting and it's dangerous. You know, they don't like getting their snouts cut up. Thing is, this behavior didn't spread beyond this one little group of dolphins. It just stayed there and they jealously guarded it from the rest of the other dolphins in the area. And then the scientists were looking at this and going, what? And they started looking at other things and found other cliques that were doing different things, jealously guarding those secrets. And it was, wow, this is like fashion secrets. This is like secret club stuff that dolphins are going to take over the world. I'm just going to say it right now. And on to something completely different. Snoop Dogg will no longer be named Snoop Dogg. The famous rapper, or infamous depending on who you're talking to, has recently visited Jamaica and had a revelation, an epiphany, if you will, as he's said in a few different articles. He's decided to go reggae and decided to call himself Snoop Lion. He said he had some discussion with a high priest in a temple somewhere. I don't know. Read the article, find out. He already has some music out, a song called La La La, which isn't that bad, actually. No cuss words or anything. He is saying he wants to put out music that children and grandparents can listen to. So I checked it out. It's actually not bad. I'm going to link you to a video right here, because I don't feel bad about linking it. It's not the greatest reggae I've ever heard, but yeah, he's getting there, I guess. And last but not least, science. I can't do the deep voice. Why am I even trying that? Anyway, scientists have been studying bacteria and life at the cellular level for a very long time now. But mostly they've had to actually grow the bacteria and then see what it does from there. Well, there's a group now at Stanford University that has taken every single bit of information that they know of a certain cell, namely Mycoplasma genitalium bacterium, put it into a computer, all the DNA and everything, and made a simulation of that bacteria. Literally, in the simulation, it acts exactly as the bacteria does in real life. Holy crap, we're making virtual life. Now, it is just a bacteria, one cell, and it takes up half a gig of space. But as we talked about before on the show, computer technology is just growing so rapidly. We're going to be able to make multicellular organisms within a couple decades, I guarantee, like full human, possibly anyway, on the computer. Does that count as AI? Oh, jeez. Like I've said before, end of the world. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry Jeremy's out. He is really feeling bad, so comments for him if you can. Just, possible cures for a bad cold. Like I said, he's doing the nettle pot stuff right now, going to get one of those. I think that's what they're called, net pot. I don't know. Don't care. Weird stuff. Prayers for him if you're religious. Just comments. Anything will be good. Like here, favorite here, subscribe up there if you want Jeremy to get better. These are extraordinary times, and be aware.